All right. Good morning. What is up, everyone? I truly tried to get on at 10 minutes ago, but apparently things weren't going the way I wanted to. My heart rate monitor was being a booger. Hold on, I should be live here. Hold on. Oh, shoot. Hold on. Wait. Is this... Okay. Hold on. We're gonna have to... Alright. Okay. Now we're live. Sorry about that. I tried, apparently, when you set up multiple streams, it winds up going to the latest stream that you set up. So when I do this for tomorrow, I need to set up the afternoon stream first, then the morning stream. And why do I have a junk load of blue? Why do I have a whole lot of blue on my fingers? I have blue on my fingers. I don't know why. I don't know what I did. I don't have blue on my face, do I? Okay, no. All right. So we're doing a workout today. We are starting Blaze and Blizzard. Let's do Mystic Metropolis. Why not? So we're starting the 2025 race training. So here we go. All right. We are in 2025. Real training has officially begun. Yeah! Okay, back on erg mode. It's all right. Taking a nice month to be just doing some free rides. Mostly focusing on completing routes within Mywoosh. So okay. So, for those of you that are new to the Frito Bandito Taqueria Pain Cave, what is up? My name is The Pharaoh. This is a riding platform that allows me to train in the comforts of the Taqueria without going on the road with all those nasty cars. So, hold on. There you go. Let's try and pop my right knee. So what we're looking at here is this stuff right there. That is all that is my training for today. So about 58 minutes. Fair amount of zone 2, but lots of 30. Those are about 30-second spikes. So this is called Phosphate 6. I don't know why it's called Phosphate 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know. I don't know why it's called Phosphate 6. But yeah, when I was choosing my platform, you know, what I wanted to do, because Zwift was continuously raising their prices, and I wasn't getting much more out of it than just the workouts. So I decided, okay, well, let's start looking at other platforms. So I started looking at Ruvi, looked at Garmin's, whatever Garmin had, I can't remember. But I looked at a bunch of different platforms, and like, hey, what up, Squishy Banana? How you doing? But I checked all the other platforms, and like legitimately all their workouts were like an hour and a half to 2 hours. I'm like, good Lord, I don't have that time. I absolutely do not have that time. So then I found Woosh, and I checked out their workouts, and I'm like, hey, these workouts are like mostly an hour, which, no. See, this, my friends, is why you have towels in your training area, just in case you're an idiot and spill your water bottle. Hey, yes, I know, pretty lady. Stop telling me about my pre-workout warm-up. But yeah, what I figured out, Woosh was free, and it has a huge library of workouts. I'm like, oh, frick yeah. Of course. But I mean, this is all funded by UAE money. United Arab Emirates. Yeah, those guys have the money to put together something like this for free. But this is also, this is actually the preferred platform for the UCI. So, they got a lot of beef behind it. So that's why I decided to switch from Zwift to this. As I was already paying $12 a month, and they were going up to like $16 to $18 a month. And like I said, I was getting no additional benefit out of it. So I was just like, you know what, forget that crap. All right, here we go. We're going to have 2 spikes here. So this is going to be high intensity for about 30 to 45 seconds. Excuse me. We'll use this to get over some of these rollers. All right, here we go. Let's get into a little bit better gear here. Let's get up there. At 10 seconds. And back down. So you're noticing I'm not necessarily doing much with my gears. That's because we're actually back into what's called erg mode. So erg mode is where the trainer sets the resistance. So there's 2 ways to do it. Number 1 is setting up natural grade resistance, to where upper right corner you see a 4.7, 4.6. That's the grade, the inclination of the surface that I'm riding compared to level. So, hold up, we got one more of these 10-second bursts. Here we go. There you go. All right. Okay, that's going to end the warm-up here. So we're just going to wait, and we'll get into our first zone 5 effort. So we're going to be bringing down the effort from zone 6 plus. Then we'll do a zone 5 effort. and then a zone 4 effort. And then we're going to have a bunch of spikes plus zone 2 efforts. So basically what's happening right now is that, like I said, there's 2 different ways the trainer can control things. Now you can combine the 2, but I don't want to do that because that sucks. So basically what's going on is with the grade, the trainer will add resistance to simulate the gravitational effects of you riding up that incline, and then it'll release as you go down incline. So, because in theory, even when you're riding on flats, you still have some resistance on your bike. So with the workout, what I have is that you see there's a lightning bolt just below my left foot, my avatar's left foot, and it's showing 114. So right now, the program is telling the trainer, hey, I want the rider to ride at 114 watts. Adjust accordingly. So I can push much faster. Well, I can't push much faster, or it just can't take it. So if I push much slower, you're gonna see it'll creep up to about 115. But then as I move up the cadence, you'll see it goes up and then it goes back down. So that's the trainer reacting to what my cadence is, and it's adjusting the resistance accordingly so we're getting the desired number. So basically, I need to pick a gear ratio on my bike so that it's sufficient to where if I'm pedaling easy, I'm going to be able to make it happen, but at the same time, we'll be able to push a little bit harder, and then we'll be able to make the efforts happen. So all right, so we're here at 1 minute, which is perfectly timed because we're going up a hill. So Squishy, if you're still in chat, how goeth the game creation? I see that's most of your streams is creating a juego, as they say in Espanolish. Which, by the way, if you're a fan of my Spanish mode, we're gonna go full Spanish mode on Thursday and Friday this week. We're gonna be playing The Adventures of the Black Hawk, and if you're wondering why are we going Spanish mode, it's because the game was developed by a man from Spain. So I know the native language is Spanish. I'm fluent in Spanish. This should be fun. Of course, I will be translating the text. I don't think there's any voice acting in it, because it's an old school point and click adventure, very similar to the older style Monkey Islands, not Maniac Mansion. Well, I guess technically Maniac Mansion, but it's more like patterned after the old Indiana Jones, Last Crusade, Fate of Atlantis. Yeah, those ones are good ones. Those ones are very good ones. Fate of Atlantis is so underrated in terms of old school point and clicks. Fate of Atlantis is one of the best. Ah, very nice. Here, you know what? I got something at the bottom of my shoe. Hold on. Fix that real quick. Okay. There you go. Okay. Just in time for the gate. Perfect. Nothing worse than like something at the ball of your foot and you're just like, ah! Alright, here we go. Okay, we're going to do this one in arrow. I need to start doing some of my efforts in arrow. So, yeah, 2025 race season has begun. So, my first race is the first weekend of March. My second race is the second weekend of March. It's just how the schedule lined up. So, first race is Race the Base at Los Alamitos. So, this is a reverse sprint. So it is a 5-kilometer run, about 3.3 miles. Then we're going to be doing a 12-mile bike and then a 200-meter swim. So the reason why I chose Los Alamitos is because, number one, I like Bay Shore way more than I like Pasadena Reverse. And those two races are on the same weekend this year. Great. I don't know how they do it. They always seem to do it that way. I mean, last year, Los Alamitos was in April. Why couldn't you do it in April again? Because then I have a month in between races. But those are my first two races of the year. I'm going to try and pick one up in July. I don't know, I might have to go somewhere else, but I'm going to try and pick one up in about July. So then, I can only do Saturday races. That's my big problem. But, so then if I don't pick one up in July, my next one's going to be in September in Mesa. It's a sprint. It's a true sprint. Well, about a true sprint. 400-meter swim. 12-mile bike, 5K run. And then I also combine that with basically reuniting with a bunch of my swim friends over in Mesa. A lot of guys I swam with in college all live there. So we all get back together and hang out for a night. I crashed at my old roommate's house. And his family. Both him and his wife swam on the team up at BYU. So, it's a good time. And then my final race of the year is either Bayshore or now on the docket is the Alpha Tri Win Series, Palm Springs. So either one of those races is my last race of the year. So, last year I did Alpha Tri Win because Bayshore was the same weekend as a local swim meet that I wanted both of my daughters to swim in. So, yeah. All right, looks like we got minute 40 left here. So basically with training, I got a 6-week calendar set up. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, out here in the mornings. I'm gonna try and do my running, just running to the pool deck. Excuse me. I was pretty happy though. I did better, run my best half marathon time just before winter break. I ran a 2-hour, 7-minute half marathon. So that's holding roughly 940 miles plus minus. Yeah, I completely fell apart in the last mile. I was going like 1040s. Completely fell apart. But I was running mostly 930s for the most part. And I only needed 1 potty break, as opposed to the one I did the day after Thanksgiving. That one wasn't too good. I needed 3 potty breaks. Darn Thanksgiving dinner. Not a good idea to totally gorge yourself on smoked turkey and then the next day run a half marathon. All right, rest time. Whew. Remember to drink. All right. Whew. So it's important on these recovery intervals, make sure you're pushing very, very light, but you're still pushing. So what you're trying to do, trying to get all the lactate that accumulated, and you're trying to get it through your body. Excuse me. So your legs have recovered and they're able to move on the next one. Next interval. So this interval, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got 10, about 10-second spikes, or maybe they're 5-second spikes. And then we're gonna settle into a zone 2. So every other one, we're gonna be in arrow. Like I said, I gotta start working in arrow positioning. So there's actually a major difference riding in arrow than there is riding normally. So basically in arrow, you're engaging different areas of your hips. So it's actually a very different set of muscles that's being used. So I definitely want to spend time and I want to work on that position coming up here, just because I want to make sure that when I get to the race situation, I know I'm going to want to be as tucked as possible. So I'm going to need to make sure I'm training in that position. But I know I don't have the strength to continuously train in that position right now. Probably in about a week, when we're doing all of these intervals, probably 2 weeks, we're doing all these intervals. I'll do them all in the arrow position. So my major goal of this training block, this 6-week run training block or bike training block, is I'm going to try and get my FTP up to 250. It's at 225 right now. So there's a big FTP test at the end of these 6 weeks, and I really gotta be disciplined. Gotta make sure I'm on top of this, getting out here every morning, being on my A game, ready to train. All right, here we go. Set 1 of 10. Okay, I was right. That's about 6 seconds heavy, and then down to zone 2. So zone 2 is not supposed to be extremely hard, but this is supposed to target your actual aerobic. It's supposed to be about your optimal aerobic area, to where you're pushing yourself hard enough to where you're making significant gains, but you're not overworking yourself. So over time, zone 2 is supposed to become a little bit harder. But right now we're doing a interval known as lactate flushing. So we're going to be doing a 5-second sprint, and then we're going about 2 minutes in zone 2. So this is the main set. So we're allowing the body to accumulate small amounts of lactic acid through the sprint sections, and then we're going to use the zone 2 to flush it through the system. It's actually a source of power if you do it right. Morning, Gavin. How you doing, dude? Oh, by the way, big announcement. I have decided to re-affiliate myself on Twitch. So, subs, bits, all that good stuff. Subscriber emotes are back, baby. Aha! You joined the Discord. You're the goof. All right. Oh, by the way, that's a re-affiliation. I was affiliated. I got affiliate 2018. No, it was about 2017. There was a Twitch streamer named Fido. Him and his amigos. They really helped me out. Of course he would say hi. But yeah, so I got affiliated. And then last year I decided, you know what, I'm just going to drop the affiliate status. I'm going to try my hand at other platforms. So I wanted to ditch the affiliate status just so I wasn't on the hook. And I was also not happy with what Twitch was doing back then. But I think Twitch is starting to learn its lesson. Maybe. I think in 2025 we're going to see a huge shift in the streamer universe. But I decided to get re-affiliated on Twitch because there's a lot of people who are who have Prime subs who in the past have been willing to throw it my way. And as my mama said, never leave money on the table. Never leave money on the table. So I know I kind of explained this in my State of the Stream video, which is available on YouTube and Rumble. I need to see if Twitch still allows video uploads. But basically, I do this whole streaming thing for kicks and giggles. Hold on, let's get through this 5 seconds here. And back down. So, I don't do it for the money, because I know 100% I'll never make enough on stream to justify me leaving my current job. So, but I do like to try and make my hobbies as bank account neutral as possible. So in other words, the any revenue I make streaming helps offset my costs, which I've been working very hard to keep my costs minimal. But yeah. So if you're on Twitch, consider subscribing. That'd be fantastical. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're on Rumble as well, there are Rumble subscriptions. Or on Rumble, I think it's still 100% goes to the streamer. All right, we're finishing off set 3 here. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna do 3 down. We'll go 3 in arrow position because I totally kind of botched it. All right. Down an arrow for these next 3 Zone 2 efforts. Yeah, I think I'm going to go back to my bike fitter this year. It's been about 4 years, 4 years since I've gotten a bike fit. I think I'm going to need to adjust my fit. This is the only real modification I've made since then was the addition of these arm cups. So I might need to extend my reach forward a little bit so I can get a little bit flatter up on top. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Next. And down. All right. Well, Gavin, that's one of the points of the Frito Bandito Taqueria Pain Cave. Ah, crap. Don't click that link. I can't get rid of it right now. I'll get rid of it later. And promptly ban them. That's half the purpose of the Taqueria Pain Cave, where I give you good, solid workout information. But as always, consult your doctor. But help get you motivated to join the Body Improvement Club. Fight on, fight on. All right, we're on our third set now. Our second set, finishing up our second set of in the arrow. Then we got one more. We're coming up to the gate here, about 12, 11, 10, 5. Here we go. All right, slow the pedaling down. All right, this is the third set. So yeah, I've been doing a little cheap grinding in Persona 3 Reload. So I figured out you can abuse the peaceful game setting and fight the Reaper when you're only at level 50. And yeah, it's viable. You only die about 8-9 times, but on peaceful difficulty, you can get a full revive at that point of the battle. So it doesn't matter. How many times you die, you can still get through the battle. So yeah, I've gotten 2 characters up to 99. Everyone else is at 80, except Ken. Ken sucks. We don't care about Ken. We don't talk about Ken. We don't talk about Ken. No. That is the only part of that song that I know. I've actually never watched Encanto, which I know is surprising because of my affinity for all things Espanolish. But I've actually never watched that show. But anyway, I digress. So basically, all right, so we're gonna go, hold up. So we're gonna get out of arrow for this next one. Hold up. Give me a little bit more cord. There we go. No, Ken just sucks. Ken's a terrible character in Persona 3 Reload. He is the tiny red-headed little stepchild of that game. He just sucks. His story arc really sucks. His story arc is basically the same as Hope from Final Fantasy 13. You killed my mommy. I hate you. I'm gonna kill you. Oh, here, kill me, kid. I can't do it because I'm a stupid kid. Blah. Yeah, Ken sucks. There's an AI generated parody of Persona 3 where they're talking about the new Reloaded edition coming out. They're like, "Hey, did you hear? We all have new voice actors." Well, what about me? Shut up, Ken. Nobody likes you. Ken's just a garbage character. I mean, he's good in the fact that he gets Makara Karn and Tetra Karn. Well, I'm very opinionated about my video game characters. Although I will admit, in Persona 4, I don't really have a best girl. Persona 3, it is Mitsuru. Persona 5, it's Makoto best girl. But Persona 4, Xenoblade, it's Pyra. Pyra best girl. Although I do like Mithra. Pyra is so much nicer and sweeter. And she genuinely cares about Rex. But in Persona 4, I don't really have a best girl. I realized that the other night talking to Artemis. But yeah, definitely Mitsuru is Persona 3 best girl. But oh, by the way, Artemis's best girl in Persona 3 is shoot. I'm blanking on her name. Wind Girl. Kairi. Not Kairi. Dang it. That's Kingdom Hearts. Aqua's best girl in Kingdom Hearts. Fight me. Aquamom best girl. Kairi was best girl, but then she started to suck. It's not that Kairi started to suck. It's more of the writing started to suck. Where it's like, oh darn it, let Kairi be with Sora, dang it. He works so hard. And then everyone's saying Riku is Sora's bestie. No, it's Kairi, dang it. Screw Riku. He had his chance. Speaking of story, very complicated storylines. Excuse me. So, yeah. Here we go. All right. Okay, finishing this one, then we're back out. And then we got one more in the saddle. Here we go. You gotta push each and every one of these sprints. All right. We got one more in the saddle, or in arrow after this. Oh, excuse me. Whew. But yeah, so basically, I'm going to beat up the Reaper a couple more times just to max out everyone's level. So essentially, I'm making it to where I can just breeze through the rest of the game. And some of you may be saying, hey, that seems pretty cheap, Buster. You're right. But also, I've already beaten the game. I've already played through Persona 3 FES on the PlayStation 2. So this is technically a replay. I'm just setting it up so it's New Game Plus mode. And that's mostly because I don't have a lot of time. I kind of want to, I want to experience the game, but I also want to finish it. All right, here we go. All right. All right, we got one more. One more here. All right. So yeah, another big adjustment to the schedule is that I am now gonna be only teaching swim lessons 3 nights a week. I decided, especially right now, with how many lessons I actually do have, it's not schedule wise not in my best interest to be at the pool every single night when I only have like 1 lesson. So it's better to reduce the amount of days, hopefully get those days more full. So then we'll be able to maximize my time at the pool. All right, got about 20. Could you race against me? Define race. What are you talking about? Hey, what is up? Riker, what is up? Welcome. Riker Steel, welcome to the Frito Bandito Taqueria, my friend. Welcome to the Pain Cave. My name is The Feral, and we're on a rest interval. Woohoo! There you go. Racing, rest interval, hooray. Hey, we have Elder's Ring coming up. Ah, Riker's friend. Oh, you want to race the 5 against me? Okay. Sure. We'll talk to Coach Janet. We'll see if we can set that up. But he's talking about the 500 freestyle. So yeah, we got a rest interval, and then we got the that's about 10 minutes. About 10-minute zone 3 set here. As we go through the chilly. I actually need to start swimming. Yes, that is true. I mean, right now, Gav, if you go to the pool between 5 to 7 and ask very nicely, you'll probably be able to get your own lane right now. Especially up until swim season starts. As there's a lot less kids in the pool. And there are a couple open lanes. But that means you actually need to get your butt to the pool, Gavin. You need to get there, Gavin. You can't just say you're gonna go there and then not go there, Gavin. I've known him a long time. That's why I used to teach him swim technique. So that's why I get to poke fun at him.
Don't worry, he gets me back at church on Sundays. We're in the same congregation too, so. So there's actually two attendees that are in my same church ward congregation. Gavin on YouTube and Jahala on Twitch. That's a really good point. Right. A really good point is making sure if you want to do a workout, you go to the place where you can do the workout. Thank you, John Madden. Thank you for that insightful advice. I don't know what advice you're talking about. I'm just here for the tacos. Okay, that's also a good point, Mr. John Madden. All right, zone 3, here we go. All right, we got 10 minutes here. So we're going to go 1 on, 1 off. Or 1 in arrow, 1 out of arrow. Or 3, 2, 1, out. The key to working zone 3 is really trying to keep your upper body relaxed. Keep your shoulders low. Drive all that power through your lower body. Don't allow yourself to start wiggling. Is basically you start wiggling, you're losing your power because you're redirecting it elsewhere in your body. So you want to keep everything nice and loose on the upper body and then drive all that power through your legs and your hips. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arrow. All right. Ten, 5, and up. All right, got 7 minutes left. All right, it's starting to feel it now. 10, 5, back down. All right, so those of you that are wondering, 11.9 miles, 700 feet of climbing, 423 calories burned. That's my stats. It's actually right under where my front camera is. Yeah, I need to actually fix my text boxes. I need to shift my text box. I need to make it bigger. I have the real estate. All right. 5. Yeah, my lower back is starting to feel it. And up. That's the one thing about being an aero. My lower back really starts to feel it. And that's why I got the Hyper Ice Viper roller. It's a massage roller. So I use that on my glutes and my hips and my lower back after every ride. Very important. Especially when you're an old 41-year-old fart like I am. Very important to take your recovery seriously, or you will wreck yourself. You will not feel good. All right, we're over halfway through this interval now. 15. 10. Excuse me. 5. And back down. Yeah, the other thing too is that I'm also 6'2", so I'm not a small guy. I ride a 58 centimeter frame, which is on the larger side of bikes. Makes it hard for me to look on secondhand bike markets. Not a lot of people selling large bikes. Oh. Sorry, I missed my last interval. It's okay. Gotta keep my cadence up. All right, there you go. All right, last one back down. $30. All right, sitting at 140 heart rate, that's good. That's where I want to be. $10. Done. All right, last minute, then cool down. 30. 20. 10. And warm down. All right. That's it. We made through it. Only had one drop set, but I'm pretty certain that's the recovery one when I had to take my shoe off and get something out of my sock, which I think is still there, by the way. I don't think I actually got that thing out. So, all right. Nice, easy 5-minute cool down. And the bottle toss. So, all right. Okay. So, all right. So we're just warming down here, allowing the body to rest and recover. It's just about 6:30. Which is just about right at the time that I want to be. So we'll do a quick rollout after the stream gets shut down, and then I gotta go inside and get the kiddos ready for school. Yay! Hey, at least the kids went down easy last night. Didn't have to. I only had to threaten the burrito a couple times. Because I affectionately refer to my son as the baby burrito, even though he's not a baby anymore. He's 4. But basically, his mind works like a Rolodex, where he has a bunch of ideas that he really, really, really wants to do. But then if he can't do one, he'll just automatically roll over to the next idea. Okay, so for those of you that are too young to know what a Rolodex is, it's a very efficient way we used to store phone numbers, where it's a roll, and then it's got a bunch of these cards that slot into it, and then you spin the dial and it goes brrrr, and then you have tabs, like my mom had a Rolodex on her desk, and it was the master phone book. Like, we didn't have a phone book. We had a Rolodex. I know, right? And then also, when I was in college, we had these things called personal data assistants by BlackBerry. I had a BlackBerry. I'm not going to lie. I had a BlackBerry. I actually stole both of my father's BlackBerries. He tried to start using a BlackBerry. Yeah, that dude never got it. By the way, hey Barty, how you doing? Well, here's the funny thing, Barty. So we were talking. We had a what's called a bishopric meeting yesterday morning. So our church, also a thief. Hey, my father. It sat on my father's desk one entire school semester. And it wasn't even plugged in to be charged. So anyway, so I'm what's called the ward executive secretary. So in other words, I help the bishop in coordinating things and scheduling appointments and stuff like that. So we were talking in our bishopric meeting with the bishop and his 2 counselors. And my father never knew it was gone. He used it for like one day, and then he couldn't figure the whole thing out, so he just said screw it and just left it on his desk. So anyway, so we were talking, and that makes it okay? Of course that makes it okay, because it wasn't being used. There is a good there is a perfectly good piece of tech on my father's desk that he used that wasn't being used, and I could very much so use it when I'm up at college. Dude, I lived and died by that BlackBerry. All right. Oh wow, the graph is not smooth today. Oh well, let's get back into things. So okay, but anyway, so long story short, basically they were talking about upgrading some technology in our buildings, and I was like, hey, here's the deal. The church, our church, Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, they're sometimes not very liberal in giving out monies to upgrade their church buildings. Basically, for 7 years, I've been the technology expert of my local area, and for 7 years, I've been fighting the upgrade personnel system and saying, hey, we have security systems in our buildings that are tied to a dot matrix printer. Okay? I don't know if you guys understand this, but dot matrix printers were popular in the 70s. Okay? I can't even hook an inkjet to these things, people. And they're like, nope, we'll just keep fixing them. We don't just upgrade things to upgrade things. I'm like, oh, then can you explain all the fat screen TVs when we have perfectly good CRTs in these buildings about 10 years ago? So then finally, about 2 to 3 years ago now, I get an email from the upgrade personnel, and they say, we cannot locate the parts to upgrade the dot matrix printers, so you're all getting new security systems. I was like, you the quad, yeah, baby. Sorry, that first sitting down on your keister after riding for an hour, oh, it's just delicious. All right, way bye to the tentacles. Cthulhu saying hi back here. All right. Okay, yeah, that's the workout report. Okay, yeah, so right about 120 for heart rate. That's pretty good. Okay. We're going to end the ride. Upload. Oh, 500 calories. Good. I like to try and target about 500 calories per workout. I should be getting level 21 on this now. Huzzah! Level 21. All right. That is gonna be it for us today. So, yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in, everyone that did. Barty, always a pleasure. Remember, I have reaffiliated myself on Twitch. So if you feel so inclined, bits and subscriptions are up for donations. Also, Squishy Banana and Riker, thank you very much for hanging out on the Rumble side of things. And Gavin, as always, a pleasure on the UberTubers. So next stream is going to be tonight at about 8:30, 9 o'clock Pacific. We're going to be playing Warframe. We're going to get Artemis and possibly Operator back on the stream. Going to be running around the interstellar areas and being space ninjas. So, yeah, so that's going to be it for me today. Join the Discord, link in the description below. Hit the like button, hit the follow button, hit all the buttons so you know when I go live. So I'm going to get some recovery done and get out of here. So until later, my friends, good night, Isaiah Norris, wherever you are. I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone.